Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And that's your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back from timcast.com. University of Wisconsin removed the Boulder because of its racist history. Now, just when you think that maybe these progressive leftists couldn't get stupider, you know, they're taking it as a challenge. All those conservative people that say they couldn't get dumber, I think they're taking it as a challenge, frankly. It's amazing to me. This is so effed up. I can't even tell you how to begin. Let's just read the story. Now, I'll put on this heavy sarcasm for this next line. Now is a moment for all of us BIPOC students to breathe a sigh of relief, to be proud of our endurance, and to begin healing. Dun, dun, dun. Do the harp. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Let me read that. I'm sorry. I'll probably try to edit out this laughing, but maybe I'll leave it in. I can't help it. Let me try that again. Now is a moment for all of us BIPOC students to breathe a sigh of relief, to be proud of our endurance, and to begin healing. Left that part out, said one student. A 42-ton boulder has been removed from the Madison campus of the University of Wisconsin following complaints from minority students. Chamberlain Rock was named for Thomas Chamberlain, a geologist and former university president who served from 1887 to 1892. It has been an observatory point since 1925. Well, he sounds like a real jerk, a geologist and a university president. In 1925, Wisconsin State Journal article used the N-word as part of a nickname for the giant boulder. The Wisconsin Black Student Union last summer called for the rock to be removed from campus as one of a series of demands that were aimed at seeking justice for black students. Because in 1925, almost 100 years ago, some asshat, of course you got to remember, people forget, 1920s, the Klan was making a huge comeback, 20, 30 times their number, because, wait for it, the President of the United States, Woodrow Wilson, a Democrat, showed Birth of a Nation, which caused the membership in the Klan to go 50 times what it was. Seeking justice for a 42-ton boulder. The previous president of Wisconsin State Student Union, Alla McWhorter, said in a university news release, it was about a year ago that we released our demands. Are you demanding anything? Spoiled rotten brats. And met with the chancellor and explained to her why those demands meant so much to us. It was a powerful moment today to see this demand come full circle. Let me read that again. It was a powerful moment today to see this demand come full circle. I don't know what other side effect to put on there. Maybe I'll do a different one. Now, this sound effect, I should say, might be a little bit better. This was the Black Student Union meeting in Wisconsin. That's more like it. A bunch of babies. Wonk Chic, a Native American student group, supports the call for the rock's removal because the rock was an ancestral Ho-Chunk land. It was on their land. Well, yeah. If I remember correctly from doing a little bit of research on this, This was brought by glaciers 12,000 years ago. Okay? Whole chunk land. Not sure what tribe was around 12,000 years ago. Maybe the tribe you represent took it from somebody else, who took it from somebody else, who took it from somebody else. I guess that doesn't count. 12,000 years ago. The Wisconsin Historical Society has had to approve the removal of the boulder as it sat within the area of a Native American burial ground. Now, here's the thing. I think people, the story behind the story, so to speak. A glacier 12,000 years ago picked up this boulder in Canada, way up probably. And as the ice sheet got bigger and bigger and covered most of the top half, I should say, of North America, if I remember from memory right, basically through southern Indiana, Ohio, like that, go across. Wisconsin's in there. And as the glacier seceded, it deposited the boulder. Now, here's the point I'm trying to get to. How did the boulder get left there? The melting of the ice, which is global warming, you morons. And that's going to be next. The planet's been warming for thousands of years. Granted, lately it might be a little bit more than normal, but we're not really sure how much of it is just natural cycle. We've had many, many ice ages, dozens if I remember right. And as soon as enough fresh water, i.e. melting ice and snow, goes in to the Atlantic Ocean and disrupts the circular flow that brings the warm water from Central and Equator in South America and bring it up past the American coast all along the Atlantic to England, which gives them their moderate climate. As soon as too much fresh water goes in there, that cycle shuts down. And guess what happens? It stops bringing warm water to the northern hemisphere. And what happens when it starts to get colder? You have another ice age, you morons, and the process continues. It's been doing it for hundreds of thousands and millions of years. And it's on your ancestral land? These people are whacked. UW-Medicine Chancellor Rebecca Blank approved the student union's request. No, wait a minute. They didn't request it. They demanded it. It took courage and commitment for the Black Wisconsin. Okay. I'm sorry. It took courage and commitment for the Wisconsin Black Student Union to bring this issue forward and influence change alongside UW's woke chic students leaders. What courage? Courage to do what? I don't like a rock? Oh, wow, okay. Maybe she meant courage to look stupid and petty and ridiculous and childish. As technically grown people, I'm assuming they're at least 18 or damn near if they're in this college. Oh, and commitment. Yeah, it's awful heavy moving it by hand. In the midst of demands for justice following George Floyd's murder last summer, well, there you have it. The students wanted change on campus, and they worked hard to see this through. No, they just ran their mouths and acted stupid and screamed and hollered at meetings about a 42-ton boulder that's just sitting there for 12,000 years. While the decision required compromise, I'm proud of the student leaders and the collaboration it took to get here. What compromise? They're getting rid of it. A crew removed the boulder with a crane and flatbed truck on Friday. The $50,000 cost was covered by a private donation. Now, think about this for a minute. Well, let me finish this and I'll try to make my point. According to university spokesman, a plaque will eventually be added to the Chamberlain Hill to honor the former university president. $50,000 to remove a boulder that's been there for 12,000 years. As far as I know, the Boulder hasn't done anything bad yet. That $50,000, how many could have got a good low-income person that's really smart that couldn't get into college, even a community college? How many poor kids of any color, well, we say black this time since this is the Wisconsin Black Student Union, that $50,000 could have helped several kids get into college. And then eventually make more money as they get older and break the cycle of poverty. And then as they have children and then they have grandchildren, they can pass on generational wealth and education. But they spent $50,000 to move an effing rock. The Wisconsin State Journal article from 1925 revealed that Chamberlain Rock as a N head once. Once. Big deal. Everybody that's either read that newspaper when it was put out or worked for the newspaper or that was alive when that newspaper was printed is dead. University historians have not found any other time that the term was used, but said the Ku Klux Klan was active on campus at that time. They were active everywhere in the U.S. in the 1920s. The rock is a pre-Cambrian era glacier, erratic, and is likely to be over 2 billion years old. It was carried by glaciers from as far as Canada to Wisconsin over 12,000 years ago. I saw once in a comment in a YouTube video about I couldn't think they could get any stupider. And the one person put in the comments, quit saying that. These morons consider it a challenge. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The 42-ton rock was set there because of global warming. And these students consider it. I got to read it again because I couldn't. Let me go back here. Where are we? It took courage and commitment for the Wisconsin Black Student Union to bring this issue forward and to influence change alongside UW's woke chic student leaders. Oh, my God. We go back to the original. What does it say? Now is I'm using my PBS voice. Now is a moment for all of us BIPOC students to breathe a sigh of relief, to be proud of our endurance, and to begin healing. Seriously? Seriously? Oh, Sarah's a little late in the sound effect here. Let me try that one more time. Now is a moment for all of us BIPOC students to breathe a sigh of relief, to be proud of our endurance, and to begin healing, said one student. Let the healing begin. Jesus. Now, see, made me swear. Oh, Lordy. Anyway, when I first saw this story or heard about it, I didn't believe it. And now I do. I mean, I can't think of anything more ridiculous and stupid. Of course, then again, there was I believe it was Massachusetts 5th Regiment, so the so-called Black Regiment in the Civil War that was highlighted in the movie Gloria. And if you ever saw it, it's worth seeing. It's a great movie, very high quality, very well made. Matthew Broderick is an underrated actor. He was very good. And if not mistaken, Denzel Washington plays one of the soldiers. And I'm trying to remember the gentleman's name, the older guy that was in Shawshank Redemption, Morgan Freeman. He plays another soldier. It's incredibly well made. It's very good. And that monument in Massachusetts to the colored regiment that showed incredible bravery and courage when they stormed a fort, I believe it was South Carolina towards the end of the war, took huge casualties. And their colonel, who was white, all the officers were white, played by Matthew Broderick, was killed in the end. And there's a monument to that regiment. I believe it was the Massachusetts 5th. Don't quote me, but close enough. And there's this huge stone concrete monument. And progressive morons spray painted it because it was racist. these guys volunteered, gave up their lives to set other men free. And they're racist. So now we have a 42-ton Boulder is racist. And I can't help it. I know it sounds repetitive, but I've got to read this one more time. Now is a moment for all of us BIPOC students to breathe a sigh of relief, to be proud of our endurance, and to begin healing. Dun, dun, dun. And until the next time, goodbye and good luck.